Okay, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect mimosa. Now that's going to be 9 parts champagne, yep, that looks about right, and 1 part of your favorite juice. If you're feeling fancy, take some fresh fruit and drop it in there. Voila! That was a joke, but what's not a joke is to don't forget to make your cameraman a mimosa. Now really, what we're going to be doing tonight is making pork chops with champagne and peaches. And you might be thinking, I see the champagne, I see the peaches, where are your pork chops? Over here. Our pork chops are sitting in a brine that we made earlier. Now that's going to keep them nice and moist throughout the cooking process and infuse some flavor. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We are going to be making a 1/2 gallon brine for this. So I'm going to start with a quart of water, 4 cups of water, because we're going to be bumping that up with ice to cool it down faster. We're going to have to cool it down completely before we add our meat to it. Then, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of salt, got 1/2 of a lemon, just squeeze, throw that right in. We're also going to add some thyme for aromatics. All we're going to do is going to be a real simple brine. That's it. That's all that's going into it. Just going to let that come to a boil, get the salt dissolved, and let it cool down. That's simmering away. Just going to give it a stir, make sure all that salt is dissolved in the sugar. That's it. Turn over heat. Now we're just going to add ice until it comes back down in temp. It's nice and cool. Time to brine our pork chops. Look at these beauties. Now to brine, all I'm going to do is throw my chops into this bowl here. Pour a brine over. Not all going to fit, so I'm just going to take out my lemon and my thyme. There's only a little bit left in there. Okay. Cover that up. And that's going to go into the fridge for at least 3 hours, or you could go overnight with it. And that is going to make sure you have a moist, beautiful pork chop full of flavor. Now that our pork chops are brined, pulled them out and patted them dry. Got my cast iron pot getting hot, or pan getting hot. To that, I'm going to add a nice pat of bacon fat. Now if you don't have bacon fat reserved, you could use lard, or you could just use vegetable oil with a couple pads of butter. I'm going to let that get hot. And while that gets hot, I'm going to liberally season my pork chops with salt and pepper on both sides. Okay, now I'll just wait for that fat to get hot. Our pan is just starting to smoke, so we're going to go in with our pork chops. Gonna brown both sides here. Here, we've just gone about 4-5 minutes on each side, and they are sitting at about 130 degrees in the center, about medium there. We're gonna pull out our pork chops. Put the pork chops out. Just gonna go in with our peaches. All we do is cut them in half, take the pits out. We'll let that go for a minute. Good. Peaches have started to caramelize. Just gonna flip those over. And now we're gonna go in with 1 shallot, julienne, and some thyme that are tied together. Keep all those stems together. Gonna saute that shallot. Shallots are nice and soft, just starting to brown. We're gonna go in with a cup of our champagne. I'm gonna let that reduce by about half. Our champagne is reduced by half, so now we're going in with a cup of heavy cream. We're gonna do the same thing. Let that reduce until it thickens up a bit. So cream is thickened, and you know it's good when it coats the back of a spoon. Now we're going to remove the peaches. We're going to take out the peaches and turn the heat down to low, as low as it gets. And then we're going to whisk in a stick of cold butter. It's cut into pads. Not all at once, just a little at a time. Let the last of our butter is melting right here. Put that in there. You want to whisk it until it's completely melted, or your sauce can break. You get a pool of fat and have a broken sauce. Now, I'm just gonna go back in with my pork chops for just like about 30 seconds. Turn the heat up just a little bit. Just kind of warm them up a little in that sauce. Marry all these flavors. And then it's time to plate it up. To plate, just gonna put our pork chops around on the platter. Oh, got away. Put our peaches right in the center. Get some of the sauce out of the pan. Just ladle that over. And you're good to go. Now, if you want to spruce it up a bit, just throw some thyme leaves in there. Makes it look super pretty and elegant. Serve it to your guests, they'll all be impressed. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.